Welcome back to Prime News on HLN. We're continuing our discussion on the Sandra Cantu case. Many of you have written in, many of you have called in wondering, did Melissa Huckabee have any kind of accomplice? Did someone help her out with this? And let's get to the phones. Joining us by phone, Tia in South Carolina. Hi, Tia. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, your comment or question?
I don't believe anyone else helped her. Men rape and kill children, and we don't discuss their mental faculties as we discussed with this woman, Melissa Huckabee. If we need to look, maybe we need to look at women more as in cases where children are missing or they've been raped and killed. Maybe this is something we need to start looking at. Maybe she's not just the first case. We don't know. So I do believe she did it by herself.
Well, see, it's sad but true. You could be right in this. Thanks again for the phone call. Anita, let's bring in Anita Carey, criminal defense attorney. Anita, last week when we were talking about how do you defend Melissa Huckabee, we talked about a possible insanity plea. Is it a better defense if someone helped her out, or as Casey Jordan suggested, maybe there was a master-disciple relationship?
Well, it might not help her out for her defense if someone else helped her, but what it would say to us is it would explain her actions if somebody else were involved, because it is extremely rare. I mean, I was a prosecutor, I'm a defense attorney, and I can't tell you where I have seen a woman accused of this type of crime alone. I haven't. It is usually with a husband or a boyfriend, and the women are kind of the ones who go out and get the kids. You know, they bring it back to the male perpetrator.
Would it change the charges, Anita?
No, because if she's in on it together, even if she didn't actually physically do some of the things, it's kind of a conspiracy, she could be charged with the same thing. Gotcha.
Okay, guys, I want to hit on another topic here. The defense has requested that poor little Sandra Cantu's body be exhumed for a second autopsy. They want to fight the rape charges. First off, let's bring in Justin Lafferty again in for the Tracy Press. Justin, what are people in Tracy saying about that in the community? Oh, Justin's not with us anymore. Okay, we were led to believe, had a chance to talk with Justin and some folks at the Tracy Press, that the people are not happy about that. Even the judge, William Murray Jr., had admonished the defense. Now, he's not the sitting judge. The judge in the case is on vacation. Let's stay with Anita on this. How do you think the judge will rule?
Well, it's hard to say, because on one hand, from the emotional aspect, it's horrifying. It's horrifying that they want to exhume the body, and you say to yourself, why didn't they ask to do this before she was even buried? The problem is the defense may have learned some information from their own client, which is making them question the autopsy or things that they want to look at. Because I've actually questioned, you know, when looking at this case, were the wounds post-mortem? Is that something that they really have verified if they were prior to death or post-mortem, or were there signs of abuse longer than when Sandra was missing? Those could be things the defense is looking for. So a judge may, although it may be a very unpopular decision, may very well allow it, given the fact that this is a death penalty case.
Let me bring back Casey Jordan, our criminologist. Casey, it just sounds so horrific to all of us. I know my viewers as well think, how can you do this to this family? I mean, do you think the judge will rule that the body will be exhumed?
That all depends on the autopsy and the statements, and especially any photographs that were taken during the process. I have a murder case right now which hinges tremendously on forensic evidence, and so I understand the due process has to really be preserved here. And the defense attorneys are just doing what the American system allows them to do, and what they're also doing is preserving their right to appeal down the road. If there was evidence there that was not documented properly, if the genital abrasions or wounds were not photographed, they do have the right to ask that that autopsy be, a second autopsy be done, because this information, the idea that the child was sexually abused and raped, is extremely prejudicial to a jury, and if it's not true, it should not be introduced.
Okay, guys, we're going to have to leave it there again. I'd like to thank our panel of experts. Coming up, this